Hey, what is happening with all of my listeners? And welcome to another episode of the Broad Points Podcast. I am your host, the broad that points, the broad with the points. It's me, Tyler the Lady. And on today's episode, we will start off by saying, you don't always need fries. Correct, you heard me, fries. French fries, if you're nasty. Really though, I mean, fries can be like dessert for me sometime. I don't know if you know, maybe you don't know, maybe you're new. Hi, welcome. I love sugar. I love desserts. And it's a little bit of a toxic pattern that I haven't been doing, so I'm quite proud of myself, where with every meal I feel that I need a dessert. Guess what? That is fries also. If you're maybe not a sweet person, you're a savory person, you like those salty things, it's so easy to just toss in fried garbage into your meal. And for what? Truly, what? Lately, I've been really trying to connect with my intention. Yes, that's right, intention, meaning why. Why are you doing something? Why? And if you can't figure out the why, it may not be something that you want to continue to do. So I use fries here as an example. You don't always need fries, but really insert whatever toxic trait or pattern you have here. You don't always need to do that. There's a choice. There's always a choice in everything we do in life. And that's really why I'm here. Just to remind you all to just live your life. I want to normalize living. Everybody does it differently. Everybody has different things that make them happy and allow them to feel fulfilled. And there's no shame if your things don't align with somebody else's. That's totally okay because we're not all the same. We are all connected. I do feel that deeply within my soul. We are all connected, but we are in no way, shape, or form the same. We're all so different, and our uniqueness is so beautiful. It allows so many different complex systems that we have in this world to work and to flow, and the world is just so small. I was actually at a dance class today and I found another person who works in the travel industry. Who knew? Tiny, tiny world here. And to navigate through this world, I really do like to keep some positive phrases, some mantras, if you will, at hand. Why do I do this? Why? Because it helps me. It's a guiding light. It's something to look at even when things are absolute garbage or they feel like absolute garbage. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. With that, let's go ahead and jump in to the fundamental phrase for the week. This week's fundamental phrase, and or mantra, if you will, is I know what's best for me. Yeah, I know what's best for me. Say that to yourself. I don't know what's best for you. I don't know what's best for anybody else but myself. And that is something that is such a beautiful lesson to learn on this planet because it really, I don't know about you. I can only speak for myself. I'm always projecting here. But I used to be a really bad people pleaser, and even still, it'll creep up upon me, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Is it for me, or is it for someone else? And intention, I just can't talk enough about intention, the why are we doing things. And for me, I'm on a new journey again. Once again, from time to time, you'll hear me say it. This time, we're here. We're fully committed and in. We're going on the sobriety journey. We are 110%. I want to be on this planet. I'm honestly so happy to just be high on life. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of me, and I feel like I'm fully present. And for those of you who don't know, I stopped drinking over 5 years ago. Alcohol was it was not good for me. And I always had a problem with calling myself an alcoholic because it's hard to call yourself an alcoholic when you're surrounded by other alcoholics who don't call themselves alcoholics. And, eventually I realized that, hey, if you're blacking out, you probably have a problem. And so ever since I quit drinking, I have been so happy, honestly. I mean, the weight fell off. I posted a picture on Facebook, actually, of myself from 13 years ago, and I was drinking heavily 13 years ago. I was living down, actually, in LA with a girlfriend, and it was kind of like our whole mission. Like, our whole intention back then was just to be messed up. And when you're messed up, you usually lose control of things, and the spirits take over. That's what I always say. The spirits take over. And I don't know about you, but I like having control of this body. I like knowing what's going on. And this body, it's really just one big science project. We're just kind of seeing what works and what doesn't work always. And so I think it's really important, one, for me to share this, and also, two, to just remind everybody that life is a journey that needs constant reassessment. We cannot just set our navigation for one thing and say, this is where we're going, we're not stopping until we're there, because from time to time, on our odyssey, things change. We change, people change, our goals change, and I'm not telling you to give up on your goals by any means. That is not what this podcast is about. What I'm telling you is that sometimes we just need to recalibrate. We need to look at where we are and decide, hey, is this still the right path for me? It's okay to take the time to ask that question. It's okay to really think about where we're going, what we're doing, and why we are doing it. The why, you guys, is so important. Now, on sobriety journeys, everybody has different tactics. For me, the reason why I decided to go we're fully sober, guys, fully, 100%. And I really don't have any intentions of going back. And that's a me thing, but I do recognize that there are tools that people use to continue on this journey. And I have always prided myself on sobriety for new ventures. And in case you don't know, I'm going to be performing live on Halloween, dancing for the first time on stage. While it is slightly terrifying, it is also extremely exciting. I am like, this has been a goal of mine forever. This year, I wrote it down in my planner. I did. I wrote it down. The power of writing things down really assists with the manifestation of our dreams, the manifestation of our goals. It just helps bring everything to fruition. We have it written down, we can see it, we can refer back to it. It's like a guiding light, but on paper. And I know from time to time, addiction, right? We can say addiction here. It's okay. There's no judgment. There's no shame in the word addiction. And actually in the Netherlands, they don't even call it addiction. They say that people are medicine dependent, which I think is a really beautiful way to say it, because there's not as much stigma around that. Like when you say like, oh, they're an addict, like there's some looks that usually come with that. And if that doesn't resonate with you, guess what? We can always change the vocabulary around it. If an addict is, that's not resonating with you, you don't have to be an addict. You can say you've been medicine dependent, right? And maybe you need some tools stay away when you do decide, if you do decide. Again, I never tell anybody what to do. That's not my purpose here. All I can do is speak on what I know and what I'm experiencing and allow you guys to choose your own path based off of that. Allow you to not feel so alone. And so a tool that I think is a really fun tool is to just be in your body, to find presence in your body. And this tool is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Why is it called that? Well, because when you feel an urge, let's say your addiction is food, right? Your medicine. Your medicine is food. And you just go to the food all the time. Well, guess what? Let's not go to the food. Let's not go to the drugs. Let's not go to the alcohol. Let's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 this. 5. You look around and you look for 5 things. Name 5 things that you can see in the world. 5. Right now, I see a little mushroom. It's a plush doll that's smiling at me. I see my sound screen. I see my microphone. I see a painting. There's all sorts of things that we can see in this world. 5 of them. You just need to see 5. Then we go to 4. What are 4 things that you can hear right now? This one is a lot of fun where I am currently, actually, because there's not a lot of sounds here, but it just makes it so that I have to really sit and be with myself, the moment, the sounds, and engage my senses. I can't even talk to you about how many times my senses have just not been engaged. I'm missing feel like 50% of the content that's in the world when, I'm under the influence of anything. And that's just, I want to experience all of the things that life has to offer. And that's really not negotiable for me anymore. So moving on to 3. Now that we've listened to 4 things that we can hear, 3 things that you can touch. What are 3 things you can touch? Touch them. Touch them. What do they feel like? Really feel them. Feel the texture. Feel the temperature. Then we move to 2. What are 2 things that you can smell in this moment? There are always smells, whether we like them or not. What are 2 of them? And then the final thing, 1 thing that you can taste. Just 1 thing that you can taste. What do you taste? That is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you touch? What can you smell? And what can you taste? By taking the time to be comfortable and calm and embodied in our bodies, we're allowing ourselves to say, hey, I don't need to escape this. And if drugs, food, alcohol is not listed as escapism in your mind, well, you sure as heck can label it that now, because that's truly what it is. When we go outside of ourselves for things and we're just shoveling it in, whatever it may be, it could be garbage TV even, and we're just intaking. Really what we're doing is we're numbing. There is something that we do not like or we do not want to confront in this moment that we're trying to shove down. Yeah, what are you trying to shove down? Where do you think it's going to go? Because let me tell you something. The truth is, no matter how far you shove something down, it will always come back up unless you deal with it. We have to deal with the things. People talk about shadow work. Shadow work has to be done. You have to make, apologies and forgive yourself for all of the things that maybe you didn't agree with or you didn't like. But guess what? Today's a new day. Every day is the perfect day to reinvent yourself, to recalibrate, to reset, to start over, whatever you want to label it. Today's the perfect day. And maybe today's not the day. Tomorrow could be the day. But we're not doing this Little Miss Annie thing where the sun will come out tomorrow. We're committed. Commitment is where the legends lie. And commitment is really what makes the world go round, right? In relationships, we have to be committed. I say it's like 10% love, 90% commitment. Because you can love someone, but if you're not committed to them, it's never going to work. It'll never work. Because everyone has to be committed to their jobs, to their pets, to driving their cars. We have to be committed. Full commit, full send in this life. And I think by full sending it, and, I'm full sending it now, and I'm really pursuing my passion, something that I've really tried to focus on, and I don't know that I've mentioned it much here, is speaking on your passions. Like, the more you speak on your passions and you trust yourself, I think, this fundamental phrase of knowing what's best for me, you also have to trust yourself. You have to say, I've got this. I can do it. And by doing that, by trusting yourself, by pursuing your passions, the things that make you happy, more doors will start to open around your passions. You'll start to grow into the goals that you actually would like to accomplish, rather than all of the ones that people maybe try to put on you because they think they know what's best. Not in my house. You don't know. You don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through. So I don't act like I know everything for everyone else. No one else knows what's best for me. We really have to be present, be in this body, and accept where we are in order to be able to move anywhere. If you don't know where you are, where are you going to go? And I don't know, I will say there are a lot of people who go out into the wilderness and they get lost and they keep moving. They keep moving. Do you know that is the number one worst thing that you can do if you're lost? If you don't know where you are and you don't know what is surrounding you, you could get yourself into some real hot water. And you make it harder for other people to find you. When we're constantly moving around, it's so hard for people to find us. Stillness. Yes, when you are lost, you're supposed to stay where you are. So that way, people aren't trying to find this moving target. Like, oh, maybe Tyler's over here. Maybe Tyler's over there. I don't know where Tyler is. It's too hard. But when you're there consistently, when you show up where you want to be, the doors are flinging open. I mean, I am now an exhibited artist. I have paintings out in Riverside. I did just finish another piece called Palm Springs. I was in my blue period when I started this. I love me some Pablo Picasso. And I was feeling really down. There was someone who I worked with that was a really great mentor. He was a very funny person who had passed away. And that was hard to deal with. It really was. But I pushed myself to really channel it into my painting, to just let it all go, just to not hold on to it, just to say, he would have wanted me to live my best life. It was always just live your best life with him and do everything you can, to be supportive. And so it started out really blue, and as I started to work on it, it was a 16 by 40 inch painting, so I had quite a bit of time to go through and get everything all layered in there the way that I like to. And by the end of it, I could see the color coming back into my life. I could see that I was no longer willing to numb myself, to dull down life's shine, honestly, just so that it could be palatable for me. That's absurd. When you numb out the bad stuff, you numb out the good stuff too. 50% is 50%. I mean, you can call it whatever percent you want. There's no studies. Actually, I don't believe. I'm not going to say there's no studies. I have not researched any studies with stats on how much brain capacity drugs and alcohol takes up. I do think it varies from person and substance. So there's no real thing here, but honestly, pursuing your passion, speaking about the things that make you happy, other people see it. Other people watch you light up and they say, I want to give them opportunity. And that's what's been happening. I mean, I'm doing the Thriller dance performance on Halloween. If you're in the Palm Springs area, we will be performing at 7 p.m. on Halloween on Arenas Road. There will be a stage. That's where we'll be. Please come out. Dance with us. Check it out. That would have never happened had I not been pursuing my passions, talking about how much I love dance, how much I wanted to get into live performance. By connecting with my friends who are also on those same goals. By staying in touch with the world that we love, we can expand the world that we love. And the community that we build too throughout this all, I have met some of the most beautiful people that I've ever met in my whole life. It's just a different vibe, here with the dance community. I've never been in dance anywhere else, but I can just speak on, what's going on in the communities in some of the places that I lived. And it's not this. There's such a lightness and a love in this community that has just really allowed me to show up as my best self and allows others to show up as their best selves too. So that is a lot of fun. We're building, champions. A champion support system down here. And you can do that anywhere. You can do it anywhere. You really can. It's just about finding the people that are on the same kind of path or mission that you are. There's a lot of alignment in the way that we think or the way that we want to connect or the things that we want to share. Health, wellness, and love are like 3 of the things down here that we all want to share. And movement. Movement. You can never have enough movement. This body was made to move. Being stagnant is honestly the worst thing that can be done for our bodies. And whatever movement looks like for you, do it. Do it. Please do it. Because the more we do, the more we can do. And the less we do, the less we can do. And I'm not trying to lose any of this function. I'm not trying to lose any of this range. I'm trying to win. Trying to build. Trying to gain strength, not lose strength. That doesn't sound fun. And speaking of strength, I went to a dance fitness class today. It was a demo class. Oh, I will have the instructor on here. It is going to be so much fun. It was such an energetic demo class that really kicked my butt in like the best possible way. I woke up maybe 30 minutes before the class, so I was a little bit rushing, but it was everything that I needed. The community, the spirit, just the all around love around it. And it really did combine some dance moves with some fitness moves in a way that was just so much fun. So much fun. And everybody from the group is all supporting her on this journey. We are all like, yeah, girl, you got this. You did this. Badass. Like, huge support system down here. And I'm talking about how, I love costume design and I do podcasts and I do comedy and, just listing out all of these things that I love doing. And I can just see other people's eyes lighting up. And when I see that, I see a partnership lighting up. I see opportunity. The doors are just swinging open. And it's so exciting. It's so exciting. And I want you to know that you can do it for yourself. You know what's best for you. You do. Maybe you've been numbing yourself a little bit too, and you want to confront that. I took some long, hard looks in the mirror. I did. I could have lost a lot of things had I not chosen to go down this path. But I chose me. I chose my health, my mission, my goals. This is where I'm at. I'm excited to continue to get to share more of these episodes with you as the days go on. Just trust yourself. Really have to trust yourself. I can't say it enough. Just know that deep down in there somewhere, you are there. You're there. If you don't feel like yourself right now, you're in there. And you deserve to see the light. You deserve to live this life. You deserve to move forward. And you deserve love and support. And if you ever need anybody to talk to, you can absolutely reach out to me. You know, I'm always here to give you a fundamental phrase for the week. You can also reach out to me. You can follow me at Broadpoints or at Tyler the Lady on social media. Or you can even email me. I still have an email. It is broadpointspodcast@gmail.com. And throughout all of these dance things that I do, and really everything that I do in life these days, I wear my Xero shoes. Xero with an X, you guys. Live feet first. X, because they're edgy. Seriously, I love my Xero shoes. I have hiking shoes. I have hiking boots. Today, to the dance fitness class, I wore my Xero 360 shoes. The 360 shoes are the newest of my collection, and I will say they're almost like one of those knit shoes. Think of a big brand. Think knit shoe. It's like that. It's like a good workout shoe, but it like kind of hugs your feet, so it feels like just a little hug on your feet. Except all the other ones, they crunch your little toes. They crunch them all together. That's not good. That's not good for you. It's not good for me, which is why I wear Xero shoes. They have the wide toe box and the zero drop sole, meaning you are connected with the earth. You are grounded. Minimalist sole means you are actually working the muscles in your feet. Yeah, how often are you working out the muscles in your feet? Let's take some time to think about that. Before I wore toe shoes, before I wore Xero shoes, I was not really working out my feet very much. And as a result, I had a lot of other ailments. My knees, my hips, my calves, everything just kind of started to feel like it was falling apart. You know, we numb ourselves, right? We can go to the sole, the sole of our shoes in this. We numb ourselves from the world, from the rocks, from the aches, the pains, whatever. And by doing that, we are decreasing our tolerance. We are decreasing our strength because instead, we're just numbing ourselves to everything. I don't need to feel the world. I can just bounce around and not engage any muscles, and these shoes can just propel me through life. No, please no. Xero shoes. If you want to buy a pair for yourself so that you can be connected to the ground, so that you can activate some of those feet muscles, so you can spread your toes and grip the earth. Ooh, it's a good feeling, y'all. It's a good feeling. You can pay me when you buy your Xero shoes. Yes, you can. How, do you ask? Through my affiliate link. It is Xero with an X, xeroshoes.com/go/Tyler the Lady. Now, let's wrap this week's podcast up with that fundamental phrase just one more time. I know what's best for me.